Project 2026 just dropped. You know, the demonic think tank that we've been living in that's about 80% down now at this point. Now, they didn't expect to get this far in less than the first year. So they're like, oh, why don't we just dream bigger? 2026. Now, this is going to be this is an overview. They're still working through the everything here. There's a specific part that I want to talk about that we will be diving into. I have deep concerns. Honestly, the whole thing is really concerning. But we're going to be focusing on one element today that relates to everybody that cares about what I talk about on this channel. If you have a uterus, if you are child free, if you are single and enjoy that, if you are divorced, if you believe that people should have. Let's dive in, shall we? The Heritage Foundation and the Heritage Action are fighting to restore self-governance so that all Americans can live the good life. Conservatives must set the agenda, earn a mandate for the, okay, I scrolled way too fast. Well, you can read that if you would like to. So these are some of the key points that they are outlining in the beginnings. They're like, these are the things that we will absolutely be discussing. And I saw, wait a minute, put family first. That gives me pause. So let's find out what is inside. So before we dive into this and I share my thoughts, feelings, concerns, and hi, for those of you who are new here, my name is Shayna. I'm a journalist, and on this platform I talk a lot about decentering men, child-free living, and the intersectionality of it all. If any of that sounds like a vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. And if the realities of what is happening in whatever country you happen to be in concerns you, makes you sweaty, makes you schwitz a little bit, and you're like, I think I want to get out of here, I don't know how, but I am intrigued on getting more information. Hey, guess what? I co-founded a platform called Black Babes Abroad, and it is for marginalized women and femmes of, if you are a marginalized woman or marginalized femme, we got resources for you. We've also been recommended by Essence. Hold up. Getting so many messages now. We've been recommended by Essence. We've been interviewed by Investopedia. Like, if you are looking for information, join us on Substack. There's a free get out of here checklist that I have in the description. Get your information, get informed. Even if you're like, I don't know if it's going to be that bad. Project 2026? But listen, even if you're like, I don't really know, but I might want some information, just go get the information. Download the checklist. It's free. It's in the description. Go do that. And now let's dive into this. Put family first. Every child conceived deserves to be born to a married mother and father who will love, guide, and protect them through their lives. Now that, for some people, might be like, oh, well, that sounds nice. That sounds like a threat. Let's continue reading. Every child conceived deserves to be born to a married mother and father who will love, guide, and protect them throughout their lives. But family breakdown and rampant abortion tears at the soul of our country and saps it of strength and moral authority. Radical ideologies that deny social and biological truths about sexual embodiment, marriage, and unborn life poison our court, our culture, and our laws. The Heritage Enterprise will advance policies at the state and federal level to restore the nuclear family to the center of American life and to reduce both the demand and supply for abortion at all stages of human development with courage and compassion. And then they throw in this nonsensical quote, a majority of Americans support limits on abortion, 56%, and banning taxpayer funding for abortion, 65%. Now let's just take a moment to remember that at some point in recent history that President Trump said that Democrats support after birth abortions. Aborting after the baby is born. So let's keep that in mind as we look at that quick stat. Now there are two parts of this that really make my stomach, that give me the nervous shits. if you will. And one of them is that very first sentence: every child conceived deserves to be born to a married mother and father. Now, the who will love, guide, and protect them throughout their lives, that's a cute, lovely idea. The amount of violence, of domestic violence, that women, more specifically pregnant people, encounter in their lives. The fact that, and I've said this multiple times on here, the number one killer of pregnant people is domestic violence. There is nowhere more dangerous for a pregnant person than in the home. Your partner has the highest likelihood of ending you. And so keeping this in mind, I also talked on this platform. I can't remember when it is, but I'll find the video, and as soon as I do, I'll tag it right up there. But the the hope of removing the ability to vote, the ability to have bank accounts, the ability to be an independent citizen of a country, that is something that that these conservatives, the Heritage Foundation, all of these people within this think tank have been gnawing at the bit for the longest time. And they've kept stepping it back, and they've kept stepping it back because of public outrage. But it's not like it's gone. They're just trying to figure out, and now they're seeing how successful Project 2025 is. So the married mother and father, they're going to try, if you are, they're trying to keep people, I've said it before, get your divorces now. I think that might have actually been the title of the video that I posted months, dare I say, a year ago, because they're trying to get rid of no-fault divorce. They've been trying to get rid of that for the longest time. And this being a priority in a 2-paragraph blurb, if you haven't got your divorce yet and you're thinking about it, oh, I don't really know if this is going to work, maybe we should work on our marriage and all, you can work on your relationship with them while also having full bodily autonomy, while still being able to get your divorces now. You could get remarried in the future if you want to. Who am I? Who am I but a woman who left the United States because she saw a lot of writing on the walls? But once again, don't go saying, oh, there's this internet lady and she told me to get a divorce. If you've been thinking about it, now is the time. I also want to focus on the second part. The Heritage Enterprise will advance policies at the state and federal level to restore the nuclear family to the center of American life. Pause. So remember how I've been saying on here that it does not matter if you're in a blue state or a red state, because they're coming for everybody. They're saying forget states' rights. We are coming for policies at the state and the federal level that are going to restore the nuclear family, keep you stuck in positions where you do not have power, do not have autonomy, and we're going to paint this as the image of American success. And yes, it is very successful for the men that have domination over you. And as I've said in many other videos, not all men are going to do that. Not all men are going to be like, ooh, now I have an unlimited amount of power over my partner. I am going to abuse it. Not all men, but do you really want to take that risk when it comes to your life? But the thing that really gets me, and reduce both the demand and supply for abortion at all stages of human development. Forget the courage and compassion. We've already been seeing how they're reducing the supply. They're getting rid of Planned Parenthood. They're putting in all of these faux wellnessy, Christianese, not medically sound people and like institutions to say, oh yeah, like, and to all this fake news, all this fake medical info. I use that word loosely for people that are seeking medical care. And we're also seeing how they are reducing the demand by criminalizing people who are seeking abortions, by putting bounties on people's heads who are seeking abortions, for putting people not just in jail, but possibly trying to open up the death penalty in some places for people. Yeah, that'll reduce the demand for sure. Now, I'm not saying this to freak anybody out. This is just what it is at this point. For those of you that are saying, oh, well, we've still got time, it's December. 2026 is a sneeze and a queef away. Two, you saw how quickly they started implementing things when the orange demon entered into the White House. You saw how quickly that ball got rolling. And now they've got the taste for blood. Dare I say, they're salivating at the bit because they have been consuming bodies this whole year. And they see how much they can eat and how quickly and how easily they could get fed. What on earth makes you think that they're not going to move faster? That they're not going to set things even more succinctly in motion now that they've seen how much that they can do? The whole we've got time. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm nervous. Everybody, I'm getting way too many messages. Okay. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Stay safe out there. Stay informed out there. Please have this conversation with somebody. Share this news with somebody. Make a plan with somebody. I'm going to go. I'm going to calm down. I'll talk to you guys later. Stay safe out there.